Hi everyone, this is Sandy, and I just wanted to show what I did with the would be the December kit, monthly E Club kit. Little late in getting it done. I ran out of acetate, and they were also out of it on the Scrapbook with Me online store. But they did quickly get it restocked. So I got it ordered, got it in, and I was able to finally finish this little album that I did with it. So let me give you a flip through. I added these fibers onto the end. I don't know. It always looks beautiful. It's to me when everyone else does theirs, but I don't know. I don't know if it's too much. I may end up taking some of them off. Let me know your thoughts. I don't know if I'm just not tying them on right, or it just seemed to add some bulkiness to the album, and I didn't really want to take away from that. Hopefully the lighting is good. I had to adjust it because I did use the acetate, and it would cause a little bit of a glare. So I wanted to try to alleviate that as much as I could for you. So the first page, I did some snowflakes with some die cuts that I had, and then I went over the blue ones with vintage photo, just to kind of tone it down, mute it down a little bit, and go better with the paper line. And so here's the first page. I also used the pearls that came with the kit. I scalloped the edges of the page. I don't know if you can see that very well on camera. And then I inked it with Stays On. I think it's called Timber Brown. I don't recall off the top of my head. On the acetate, when you ink, you do have to use Stays On or it will rub off. So that's the first page of that. And I used one of the embellishments that came with the packet on it. And then, of course, on the other side, I also added another embellishment there, and more of the pearls. And then this is the first page from the paper line. I used the metallic flakes to kind of distress the edges of the page. Let me see if that's coming. Let me lift it up so you can see in the light a little bit. There we go. So I went around the edges of the page with the metallic. And then I also used Wink of Stella on the wings, on the princess or fairy that has the wings on it. Okay. And then on the back of that page, again, I think I stated in my previous video, I am a paperholic. And I really, when I love the paper, don't want to cover it up a lot. So for some of the pockets, I used acetate so that you could see through. And then I also took some of the embellishments again and decorated the pocket. And then these tags are from, of course, thank you, Betty, at Betty Custom Designs for designing those for us. This is a tag that came in the kit. And then I made an additional tag. What I did do, was another thing I really would have liked to have been able to use the embossing powder and stuff like that, but the acetate won't take the heat gun, so it'll just shrivel right up. So what I did was I die cut some snowflakes in white paper, and then I took the Versamark over that and then embossed it and heat gunned it. So all the white snowflakes that you see are embossed, and I don't know if that's going to come across on camera very well without having the light shine on it. But they are embossed, and they're glossy, and they really stand out really nicely. And then on here I added some journaling paper, or coffee dyed paper for journaling, which I also stamped on. This pine cone here Again, sorry about the lighting. I just don't want the glare. That was the stamp that came with my kit. So I used it quite a bit in here as well. And then did some more stamping. For the reinforcements, also, I wanted the paper to hold up. I have a reinforcer punch, and it just won't go through the acetate. So what I did for the decorative page at the paper line, I cut a strip. It's about 1/2 inch. And I lined that on the side where the holes were going to be. Because my single hole punch, does go through the acetate just fine. And so I could reinforce that and not worry about them ripping later. Anyway, back to I added some coffee dyed paper, and I stamped on that as well using the pine cone. And I had a stamp set that I just used to fill those in. And then those easily can come out. You can add more, all at your discretion. Here is the next page in the paper line. Again, I used the metal flakes to distress around the edges. And then I don't know, again, if you can see the glossiness on the embossed snowflakes or not, and some more of the pearls that came with the kit. And there's two that the back page, it was just a solid all the way through. So on those, I did do a solid pocket. I wanted to use up the embellishments that came with the paper line. So I cut those out. And in here, I was able to, of course, do the embossing with the stamp that came with the kit. And did that on there. And then I just Versa marked in the background. I debated on a cluster, but some of the elements were so tiny in the fuzzy cut pieces, they just got lost with a cluster. So, and I didn't want to leave the background just plain. It just didn't look right to me. It was, so I used a Versamark to stamp, just to give that watermark look to it. And it filled it in back very nicely. And then, of course, got some tags again. And then I had made some tags, too, to go along with it underneath the back of those. So, several of those tags are handmade, just like the blue one was up front. Here's the next page, is again an acetate. So I love the way that you can see the paper behind it, yet you can decorate it, and then it flips over. And then it also does the same for the other side. So I also added pearls onto the back of that, and another cut a fuzzy cut piece. And then on this one, I used some of the silver snowflakes stickers that came with the package, and some more of the fuzzy cut pieces on that. There's still room for writing. I didn't want to take all that away, but that's why I added additional coffee dyed papers for journaling. I'm sorry. And then this is the back of this page. Again, here's one of the tags that I made. This is one of the tags that came, journal cards that came with the kit. And again, a tag from Betty's Custom Design. And then I just decorated the bottom of this page. Again, it has an acetate pocket. And then there's these, again, they've been stamped. And then some of them I used the stamps that were on the from Betty's Custom Design as well. just to kind of add a little something to the pages. This is the same. I used the metal flakes on the edges, the stickers that came with the kit, along with some of the fuzzy cutting, and added those two elements to that. And then we have another pocket here. I topped this one with some ribbon that I had left over actually from the January kit, and embellished that page in the pocket. And again, added some tags, one of the journaling cards, and again one of the tags that I made, which again was just using the pine needle stamp that came with the kit, some of the die cuts, and a little stamp set that I had, and some. And then there's this page is another acetate page. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad on that. But I stamped the pine cones on that one just with, again, the brown stays on ink. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see. I see the light's going to affect that, but all these snowflakes have been embossed with the embossing powder that came with the kit and the Versamark. And then that flips over. So again, you can see what's on the other side of that page. This one again, using the sticker sheets and the metallic flakes to distress the edges. And another pocket, acetate pocket on the back with, again, some tags. This also is from Betty's custom design, along with this tag. And then again, just made another tag using the die cuts that, or the fuzzy cut pieces that came with the paper line. And here again, there's some journaling pages, and use some of Betty's printables. And then this page, it just had the cabin, so I added some, again, of the die cut, fuzzy cut pieces from the paper line, along with some of the stickers from the kit, and of course, distress the edges of the pages with the metal flakes again. And same here, there's an acetate, and most of them I did some type of top of either lace or ribbon or something. But again, just made a little design there, and those are the tags that go in there. And then on this one, excuse me, they have these beautiful, really small doilies. Well, I shouldn't say small. They're about 3 inches. That I also got from the Scrapbook with Me E-line store. They got those back in stock, and I was very pleased. So I was able to get those, and they worked perfectly with the album. Stamped on the pine needle stamp on the edges there, and again added some more of the snowflakes, and that's how it looks on the other side. Hopefully I'm all in frame here. Okay. And then on this page, I did a little, with stickles, just a little gold in the center of the flowers. And made a tuck spot using one of the pieces from Betty's Custom Designs and some of the fuzzy cut pieces of the kit. And then again, some tags. That tuck in there. This one again was just kind of, the paper was plain all the way through, so I didn't use the acetate. I did another piece with cardstock. I was able to, again, use the embossing powder with my stamp on this, and then just use some of the fuzzy cut pieces, and then again made some tags. There's a journaling card, and that's from Betty's Custom Design again. And then I added a couple more coffee dyed pages for journaling. You can add as many, or you swap them out when you fill them. That's what I kind of like about the versatility of having the rings, that you can add more once it's full with journaling, and you still can use the album by just putting new pages in. This again was just a very plain scene, and I took fussy cut out from the paper line some of the images and put them on to kind of make a scene, and again using the stickers and distressing the edges with the metallic flakes. So I'm not sure if the lighting is really reflecting. I'm really pleased with the way everything came out. But again, I'm trying to keep the glare down from the acetate. And then again, here's another pocket that I made using the elements in the paper line. Some tag that I made, and ones from Betty's Custom Design, and a journal card from the back. And then here's the final page, which is an acetate. And I'm going to put something, hopefully that will help you be able to see it a little bit better there. Again, did some stamping. These are from the paper line. And here are the snowflakes that I did, and then I embellished them. I guess you can't really see the pearls that came with the kit, the beads. And then that flips back over, and then you have this side decorated as well, and you can see the other side through it. So that's the complete album. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you maybe some inspiration to do with something with your kit. And again, I don't know if the ribbons and all that on the rings are overkill, I'm not doing them right. Your thoughts, I would appreciate your comments and thoughts on that. If it's just too much, makes it look too heavy on the book, or if it actually complements it, or if you know that there's a better way than just tying them on. Am I just not doing that correctly, or something just sometimes doesn't, I don't know. Not sure. I'm indecisive on it, so any feedback you would provide, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and have a good evening.